Okay, now we're into the danger zone, so to speak, where all the controversy is, which is outbound B2C for selling. And I'm just going to remind you that this is basically personal selling, one person to another, but it's teleselling, it's telemarketing from a distance, which enables the salesperson to cover a lot more territory, make a lot more calls, but hurts the effectiveness. There's a strong ability to hang up and etc. This is letting your fingers do the walking by using the phone. Just take a minute to digest this. Ring, 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 ring. Probably some stupid telemarketer. Ring, 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 ring. The kid says, "Why is that plastic thing making all that noise?" I never saw one of those things. What is that? And mom is saying, sitting at her table with her coffee and her cookies and very angry, "That is so invasive." The horror of the ringing landline. And that is a cartoon by Roz Chast, who does her cartoons in the New Yorker magazine. She's great. What does invasive mean? It's an adjective, especially of plants or a disease, tending to spread prolifically and undesirably or harmfully. This is actually the second definition. So, or harmfully, especially of an action or sensation tending to intrude on a person's thoughts or privacy. The sound of the piano was invasive. Of medical procedures involving the introduction of instruments or other objects into the body or body cavities. Minimally invasive surgery. So definitely this is the action or sensation tending to intrude on a person's thoughts or privacy. That's the ring, 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 right, everybody? Oh my God, there's it. This is the evil monster that some people have made outbound B2C telemarketing. The list, very important element for outbound target marketing. Then the offer. Does that sound familiar to my direct students? Who's doing the calling? The script or the message, meaning what is the quote created, unquote. The list is the most important. The list is well targeted, a promotion can still be successful even if the product is less than terrific, the script is weak, the telephone sales representatives are not top-notch, and fulfillment is inefficient. Interesting. Success, this is advice from a telemarketer as to how you can get out of a phone call from a telemarketer. Successful telemarketers have a 96% chance of being turned down. Wow, out of every 100 calls dialed by the robo, 4 calls will end up in a conversation and maybe some kind of order. So here's what the telerep does. They will be relentless in trying to keep you on the phone. You can't just screen my calls using caller ID. If you don't pick up, I mark your lead, our lingo for file, as no answer, and the system programs another call for a few days later. If my company does not have a large lead pool, meaning a large lead database, you may get called as soon as 12 hours later. If you're dealing with this kind of aggressive campaign, it's actually better to answer than to let the phone keep ringing. Interesting. When you answer, the rep says, the telemarketing rep, I'll try to sell the product to you using the 3 no's rule. Don't let the customer go until she has said no 3 times during the phone call. After the first 2 no's, the client becomes more likely to spend money. If you don't purchase the item, I will log everything you've said and suggest calling you back another time. These are logged as callbacks, tiny gold nuggets for telemarketers to follow up on, and thus the cycle continues. Now that you know how I work, here's how to make me go away for good. Plus, learn some more ways to opt out of unpleasant things that seem inevitable. That sounds good. I don't have the next page, folks. Sorry, but that's right. So this is the trick when I asked you to imagine what you would say if you were knocking on someone's door in your shiny bow tie and your good work shoes and your suit or whatever it is and your big smile. What do you say when the door opens? And what's the dialogue after that? All right, so now we have another film, and this one is about a film, I believe it's called Boiler Room. And this is giving guys, I forget if they're real estate or financial guys. I think they might be financial guys, getting some tips about how to get business over the phone in a boiler room, which is what we call a crappy office with a bunch of people dialing the phones ferociously.